The Boeing B-17 Flying Fortress. The four-engine heavy bomber, known as the Boeing B-17 Flying Fortress, was created in the 1930s for the American Army Air Corps. The Boeing entry outscored both rivals and surpassed the performance requirements set by the Army Air Corps when it competed against the Douglas and Martin for the contract to produce 200 bombers. The Air Corps ordered 13 more B-17s for additional testing, despite Boeing losing the contract since the prototype, the Boeing Model 299, crashed. The B-17, which debuted in 1938, saw multiple design advancements to improve it throughout time. Specifications. Equipped with 4 Wright R-1820-97 Cyclone radial engines with 1,200 horsepower, 13 50 caliber Browning M2 machine guns in multiple different positions, up to 8,000 pounds of bombs for short-range missions. For long-range missions, up to 4,500 pounds of bombs, and up to 17,600 pounds of bombs, both internal and external, a top speed of 287 miles per hour, a cruise speed of 182 miles per hour, a range of 2,000 miles, and a service ceiling of 35,600 feet. Design and development. On August 8, 1934, the U.S. Army Air Corps offered a plan for a multi-engine bomber to replace the Martin B-10. The Air Corps wanted a bomber that could support air forces in Alaska, Hawaii, and Panama. It was designed to fly for 10 hours at 10,000 feet with a pace of at least 200 miles per hour while carrying a useful bomb load. They also desired a high speed of 250 miles per hour and a range of 2,000 miles, although neither was required. To compete for the Air Corps contract, a fly-off between the Martin 146, Douglas DB-1, and Boeing design were scheduled for Wilbur Field in Dayton, Ohio. The B-17 prototype was given the Model 299 designation by the Boeing factory after it was built by a team of engineers led by E. Gifford Ermey and Edward Curtis Wells. It was built using components from the company's XB-15 bomber and experimental 247 transport. The B-17 was equipped with 5 30 caliber machine guns, as well as 2 bomb racks behind the cockpit that could contain up to 4,800 kilograms of bombs. The aircraft was powered at 7,000 feet by 4 Pratt & Whitney R-1690 Hornet radial engines, each delivering 750 horsepower. On October 30th, a test flight was planned to determine the rate of climb and service ceiling. Major Plory Peter Hill, chief of the Flying Branches, Wright Field's Material Division, flew in command in the Model 299 for the first time. Lieutenant Donald Putt was in the cockpit, and the 2 pilots were instructed by Boeing Chief Test Pilot Liesl R. Tower, a technician named Mark Koger, and Wright Field observer named John Cutting were also there. Unfortunately, shortly after takeoff, the aircraft stopped, skidding to the ground, and caught fire. Despite initially surviving the accident, Tower and Hill both died on November 19th. Hill died not long after. Following the event, interviews with Tower and Putt revealed the control surfaces gust locked had been disengaged. According to Doyle, the loss of the 299 and the Hill and Tower directionally contributed to the origin of the current written checklist used by pilots to this day. Due to its inability to complete the evaluation, the Model 299 that crashed was disqualified from the race. Despite the Air Corps' enthusiasm for the aircraft's potential, Army officials were concerned about its expense. In comparison, Boeing's $99,620 or $2,166,989.50 in 2023, Douglas offered a unit price of $58,200 or $1,265,998.50 in 2023, based on a manufacturing order of 220 aircraft. The Air Corps Chief of Staff, Mahlon Craig, reduced the purchase of 133 Douglas B-18 Polo twin-engine planes to 65 YB-17s. On November 12, 2022, a B-17 Flying Fortress and a Bell P-63 King Cobra from World War II collided in the air and crashed at the Dallas Executive Airport in Dallas, Texas, in the U.S. while participating in the Wings Over Dallas Air Show. The crash happened at 1:22 p.m. local time. The air show, which coincided with Veterans Day celebrations, was organized by the Commemorative Air Force. The B-17 that crashed was famously known as the Texas Raiders, and 6 people were lost in the crash, 5 from the Flying Fortress and 1 from the King Cobra. In the end, the Boeing B-17 Flying Fortress was one of the most famous aircraft of all time. It was comparable to the Avro Lancaster, Henry Page Halifax, and Short Sterling, along with the Heinkel 177. The Flying Fortress was known to be rugged and, at its time, ginormous. If you have any aircraft to recommend, leave them in the comments down below, and as always, I'll see you next time.